When my parents were married, they had the 48 Plymouth Convertible, and they've talked about the car ever since, really, they were married. My mother's favorite car, Dad loved it. You know, it was kind of like their first real car. Then my dad was drafted and went to Korea, and they had to sell the car and get rid of the car. And they've always talked about the car forever, how much fun it was and the great times they had with it. So this year was their 60th wedding anniversary. The whole family went back, and they had like 50 people at a sit-down dinner. Someone had found video of their actual wedding. They'd found it in the archives in someone's basement. And the car was in the videos with all the just married signs and the cans behind it, you know, and the old traditional stuff. And we talked a while about how much fun it would be if they had the car. So I began searching around at different places to see if I could find a 48 Plymouth. Not something that's easy to find. It's not, one of the most desirable cars in the world for collectors. I only found 4 of them. And 2 of them were sold, and one of them was in a very nice museum, and it was a very nice piece, very nice car. And then another one, I called on an expired ad in Craigslist. And a little guy in Indiana, 81 years old, second owner of the car. The car had been garaged and claimed the car was in very, very, very nice shape, never been in the winters, etc. It had 31,000 miles on it. Couldn't send me pictures, couldn't do anything, didn't own a computer, didn't want to own a computer. So I had a friend drive up and looked at the car and took a bunch of pictures of it. He had all the maintenance records, original manual for it, all kinds of things for the car. It was pretty amazing what he had. And I bought the car, and we hired a transporter and shipped the car back. Now, my father was a Chrysler Plymouth franchise owner for 26, 27 years. And his service manager had been with him all of his life. I mean, ever since they started the dealership, he'd been with him, Donnie. Donnie agreed to take the car and hide it and do some mechanical work to it.
The guy backed it off there, and we sat out there talking, drove right in here like nothing. And we kept it right there and on a hoist most of the time.
That got pretty funny because we're trying to keep this thing totally under wraps. My dad knows everybody, so it has a lot of challenges to it.
When I took it to the detail shop and stuff, I thought maybe we'd get caught driving it, but never did.
Flew in, they knew nothing about me coming. Stayed in a little tiny hotel where I knew they couldn't find me. And I'd drive down to Donnie's shop and work on the car for a couple of days.
Yeah, it worked out good, Joel. Spent the whole day up here. I didn't even think he went to eat.
I flew my youngest son, Colby, in, and he faked a fishing trip with Grandpa. I go to Donnie's house early in the morning. We get the car, drive it up to Delavan, stop in the parking lot, downtown beautiful Delavan of all 200 people or whatever it is. Wait, and I text my son and let him know that we're going to come up the hill. And then he had a little video camera, and he turned it on, and they didn't know the video camera was operational.
Get any big catches?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, here comes an old Plymouth Convertible, red one.
Who's that?
Oh, is that your dad?
What's he doing
I
here?
told you he lied to me.
We met in high school. Bev was a cheerleader. I played sports. A few weeks ago, under a complete surprise, a 48 Plymouth Convertible drove in our driveway.
Why don't you guys better get outside and check out your 60th anniversary present?
Isn't that something? Oh, Grandpa got sick.
We were 19, and my mother made me give her my check every week because she had a sign for the car. And we bought it in January. Came home in a snowstorm with the top down, the radio and the heater going full blast. And as you would say, we froze our butts. And
Thought we were pretty cool. Oh my gosh.
Let the clutch out.
And that was really the surprise to the car. You know, we totally kept it under wraps. No one knew about it but a handful of people, and they were all very, very good about keeping it covered up. And it was just a, yeah. They were always great parents. And it was kind of a give back. It was like, boy, if you could give them back some youth.
It's like we are. It's a classic.
Yeah, we're all classics.
You know, it's it brings back the memories of when we were young and could run around the block. But now we have to drive, and drive around in the older car is just super. I mean,
It's so cute going down the road.
it's just you get in it and you feel proud all over. You know, geez, I can't imagine this. You know, it's like a gift from heaven. It's just a great car. We're going to enjoy it to no end. The other day we took it to town, went to Burger King, and parked outside with the top down, and you'd swear it was Miss New York State in a bikini, because everybody was around it. I mean, people wanted to take pictures of it.
It's Joe. It's Joe through and through, this car. I mean, it wouldn't be my cup of tea. When I looked, I'm thinking, oh man, I don't know. But then when I seen Joe in there, this is it right here, you know?
It's a great thought from a young lad that thinks that much of his folks, that he would spend that much time to look for something that he knows they would greatly appreciate. Plus, he got one on his dad, or his dad usually gets one on him.
I'd do it again just to get one over on Joe. Because it's like almost impossible.
And then the car will stay in the family forever. No matter what happens, the car will never be sold. It'll stay in the family, and you know, it'll be that part of that, and those memories will be there forever, which is just irreplaceable. Especially the way we pulled it off.